How's it going, everybody? Monday Morning Quarterback, episode 218. Hard to believe we've done that many of them already, but we have. Tonight's topic, we are going to talk about some different ways to go about bleeding your shocks when you are building them, because it's super important to get all the air out of the shock. And so we're going to talk about that, a cool little trick that I have for bleeding a shock if you don't have a bleed machine, to ensure you get all the air out. So we'll cover that tonight. Last week, I think I might have said the wrong date for our open house. It's actually on Thursday, December 11th. I might have said Friday, but the post we made last week on our Facebook has the right date. So it's Thursday, 6 to 9 p.m. We have it catered by a local barbecue company. The food's fantastic. We're going to get more food than we did last year because we ran out right at the end last year. Also, another thing to keep in mind, Darren Pittman and Dave Sharpley are doing a safety forum across the parking lot from us, which I believe starts at 7 or 7:30. So you can come over here, see what we have, get some free food, and then check out what Dave and Darren got going on, talking about how to mount your seat belts and the importance of seat inserts, and just a good overall safety thing. So be sure to check that out if you're coming to town for PRI. So without further ado, we're going to dive into tonight's topic, and here's that video. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the importance of getting all the air out of your shock when you bleed it. So all the way back in episode 213, where we go through shock rebuilding basics, we talk about dunking the piston assembly down in oil to try to get oil in and air pushed out of the shock ports. And then I showed you about tapping the top of the shock to try to get air out. Again, we prefer to bleed on a vac fill bleed machine, where we're sucking all the air out, pushing oil in, pressurized. That's the cleanest way to get all the air out, because sometimes it's really difficult to get air trapped out of all the little cavities in the base valve and the main stack. Air can get trapped between shims. But I'm going to show you a quick and dirty way when you don't have a vac fill machine to try to submerge bleed the shock. So now what we've done is we've taken our drip cup, flipped it upside down. This kind of can be a little bit messy, but if you have the drip cup, it's not dripping oil. And you can see that we have the bleed hole totally submerged in oil. So what we're going to do is compress this, and it's pushing fluid out. And typically, this shock's already been bled, but typically you'll see a bunch of bubbles coming out. And what we're going to do is just keep cycling this until we don't see any more bubbles. And since that bleed hole is totally covered in oil, and the air's going to rise up out of it, it's going to get a good portion of the air out of your shock. So this is a good little trick when you're at the track in the shock trailer, or you don't have a vac fill machine, to ensure that you get all of the air out of your shock when you're reassembling it. All right, hope you guys picked something up from that. Next week is our last video in this series, which I believe was 6 parts on shock building. Then we're going to have some new product stuff for PRI, a PRI preview one, and we have some others planned leading into what we call our winter break, where we take a little break for a month or so for shootout, chili bowl, Christmas, all those good things. So please share the video with your friends. We do it for the entire racing community, and as always, we appreciate you guys watching. Hope you have a great week.